Hey guys, well just there today I went to see the BFG. Now, I had really high hopes for this film because I used to love the Roald Dahl stories when I was a kid, so I was hoping they wouldn't fuck it up or add things that weren't there or somehow try to turn into one of those silly, mushy, cushy, filled with pop song crappy movies you see today. So I was really hoping this movie would be good. So anyway guys, stay tuned for my review. Let's go! As someone who read the book multiple times as a kid, I knew the story inside out. I haven't read it in a while, but I still remember the general gist of how it went. And I knew that probably just to keep it more contemporary for today's audiences, especially for the younger audiences, they added little things in and all. But a very interesting aspect they added to the story was, before he met Sophie, the BFG had brought another child over to Dreamland. And he, and that poor kid was eaten by the mean giants. So there's a sort of a sadness to his character, and like he wants to be really friendly with Sophie, but he's really he's so vulnerable. Like he doesn't want her to get hurt. He seems to be slightly closed off, and throughout the story you see him gradually warm to Sophie and see her as his best friend, and I just love that. But overall, one of the things I noticed was it wasn't just a story about a little girl meeting a giant and going to a magical land. It was a story about friendship, love and family. Those themes I think that were really important within the story. Like Sophie is an orphan and she's trying to find a family, she wants to be loved, and she's very lonely within the orphanage because the woman who runs it is just horrible. So when she meets the BFG, at first she's afraid of him, but they really warm together, and as the story progresses they go on so many wonderful adventures. And by the end of the story, Sophie and the BFG have found a place where they belong in the world. Sophie has found a wonderful a new family, a new home, and the BFG has found a friend he's been able to trust. The story was really well written, the screenplay was really well written, and the story progressed. It didn't drag, it went from main point to main point to main point. Like, that's important in a movie story, I find. Don't drag it out. If there's especially if you adapt the book, if there's main points, go from main point to main point, keep the story going, and the BFG really did that, so I think the plot worked really well. Mark Rylance, oh my god, he is the BFG. He just played the part so well. He just played it as this lovable, lonely little giant who wants a friend that you just want to give a big hug to. He just really played the part so well, and his kindness and warming towards Sophie, I just thought was just so sweet and just so heartwarming. And like in the book, he used all the BFG's funny words and all, like snozcumber and the telly bunkum box and the elephants and the hipporostoses and all, but no, and that was what, so he played the part so well. He was heartwarming and kind, he was funny, he just really brought the character to life. No one else could have done that, so Mark Rylance just did it so well. Ruby Barnhill as Sophie, she was good too. She really brought the part to life. And I suppose, as given how they had to make the contemporary, they gave the character a bit of a feistier side. Like, she was a lot more feistier than she was in the book. Like she was always very bossy. Like, she was like, when the BFG's telling her, no, you can't come to Dream Country, she's like, yes, I'm coming. She didn't take no for an answer. And she had fight in her. She'd fight back. She took no nonsense. And was really feisty and a strong character. And I think that's really important because she really wouldn't have been worth watching if she was just this vulnerable little girl who had to be rescued all the time. But no, she played the part so well. The other giants, oh my god, wouldn't want to meet them in a dark alley. They were played so well. The design of them was like, they were like sort of like these big Celtic warrior giants. But they were still scary nonetheless. And each one of them matched their name perfectly, like Blood Bottler and Flesh Crump Eater and Bloody Butcher and all those. They just were brought to life so well. They were fantastic. I think one thing is though, I think the Flesh Slump Eater, since he's the leader, he could have been a bit more scarier, a little more scary, a little more just because after all he's the head giant. He takes no shit. But overall, the characters were just played so well. I thought the movie's visual effects were just amazing. Everyone was brought to life so magically, from the BFG's journey from London into Giant Country. 1 minute he's in London, next minute he's in Giantland. His house, Dream Country, the underground cave. It was just all so well brought to, so magical and so realistic. But my favourite visual effect was Dream Country. You have beside a river, you see just a normal tree, but then you look at the reflection, it's all colourful and all pretty. And you step through the water and you're into this wonderful fairy tale like dreamland with lots of bright lights of dreams and hope. And it was just, I thought that was just such an amazing visual effect. It was just so well done. Well guys, thanks for checking out my review of the BFG. Stay tuned for my next movie review. Bye!